You've seen their signs, and you've heard their names.
Democrat Sarah Cambenzi,
Republican candidate Rich Rossway,
Sarah Cambenzi,
Rich Rossway,
Democratic candidate Sarah Cambenzi,
and Republican Rich Rossway.
You may have even seen them during a debate or when they knocked on your door. But Tuesday, voters in Michigan's 109th district will decide who will represent them in Lansing. The race for the seat began back in May after Representative John Kevla passed away.
He was great to work with, and I think he kind of has led the way for how a politician, and when I say politician, I think what I really mean is public servant, how you serve the community. And he was able to work on both sides of the aisle.
It's been tough, and he had a lot of things he was working on that the person that goes into office is going to have to get right to work to make sure that we don't lose the momentum that he started.
Cambenzi and her team have run a campaign based around working for the people.
My slogan comes from where I feel Michigan needs to go as a state. I think we have forgotten about the people, we've forgotten about the local communities, and we see that by the lack of revenue sharing coming back.
While Rossway and the Republicans have always said UP first.
We can't identify ourselves as Republicans or Democrats, and certainly there are political persuasions and ways that we lean, but if you represent the UP first, I think that's how we get things done.
Both candidates share a passion for education. Cambenzi is the director of adult and community education for the Marquette area public schools and believes that corporate tax breaks like the Dark Stores initiative needs to stop, and everyone in the community has to pay their fair share.
The funding that we've seen come back, and the governor's report that tells us we're underfunding education about $1,200 per student. And when you look at what that could do in a community, in a school district, it's huge.
Rossway, who has been serving on the Marquette School Board for the last 17 years, agrees with Cambenzi's view that public schools in the UP are underfunded, but cites declining enrollment as part of the problem.
Getting to Lansing, certainly one of my top priorities is going to be how do we find better ways to fund our educational system, and in particular, schools with declining enrollment that are still high-performing districts, but because of lost enrollment, we're losing funding.
The candidates are similar in another way. Both have experienced obstacles on the campaign trail. In October, Rossway's signs were defaced with blue swastikas.
We try not to overreact to that, and sadly, it's just the political climate that we're in right now, and it probably gets far too much press than it deserves.
A few days later, Cambenzi responded to negative mailers sent out by the Michigan Republican Party.
I can't say I'm not disappointed in the negativity. It worries me, I guess, how much control they want to have over the UP in this seat.
The decision, however, is not up to the parties, but the voters themselves. Both campaign teams are still canvassing for the chance to represent the district.
I want to represent the 109th because I think I can make a difference. I'm 63 years old, so I think my motivation is not to develop a career, but rather to see if you can make a difference. And that's really what I think about every single day.
I think it'd be an honor. I think the legacy that all of the previous legislators have had, the things they've gotten done for our district, being able to make that difference on a statewide level would be an honor, a challenge, and one of the best opportunities I think that my skills could be used for going forward.
Reporting in Marquette for ABC 10 and the CW5, I'm Alyssa Lambert.